Hi, I'm Nick with Zingtree. This is the sixth and final video in our Zingtree Basics series. And today we're going to be talking about customizing your workflows with things like custom colors, button icons, breadcrumbs, and a few others. Start by opening one of your workflows. I'll be using the workflow we've built over the last few videos, so if you've built along, I recommend using it too. Let's open the Settings menu and click on the Rendering tab. Remember from our Creating Trees video that when creating a new tree, you can make changes to the theme and button style. But in case you didn't, or you want to make some updates, the Rendering tab is where you'll be able to make changes. Let's start by making some changes to the theme color. Go ahead and click the orange Pick a Color Theme button. Zingtree is meant to be a low to no code solution, so we've given you a simple method to change your workflow colors to match your company's brand colors. You can make updates to 3 areas of your tree's color scheme. Let's click the primary color and change it to see what it does. Notice when I choose a new color, our question and action buttons update to match. Choosing a new secondary color will update the area around our question and action buttons. The complementary will update the color around the text box. There are also a number of pre-built themes you can choose from. Some of our favorites are the Zingtree Clean, the Animated Radio Buttons theme, which includes animations for your buttons, and the Talk Desk theme. Notice with the Talk Desk theme, you aren't able to change any of the theme colors. While there's no basic editing, you can still use CSS to further customize the look. In fact, you can use CSS to customize any of the themes. We'll talk more about that in just a minute though. I like the clean theme, so I'm going to choose that. Once you've gotten a color scheme you like, click the Save Theme and Colors button. The custom CSS URL will update with the new theme settings we chose. If you have somebody on your team capable of making CSS updates, you can give them this URL. They can make design changes, upload the new URL to a server, and then paste the new URL back into this field, or even easier, add snippets of CSS to the Code tab. Using CSS to customize your trees is going to go beyond the scope of our basics course, so if you want more information, please check out our Help Center. The Rendering tab is also where you'll be able to update the button style of your tree. Buttons are great for short button names, while panels are good for anything longer. At Zingtree, we generally use panels for most of our trees. We already have panels set up on this tree, so I'll keep it set there. Let's click the green Update All Settings button and then preview our tree. Notice now I'm seeing the same theme I just set up. Let's go back into our Settings menu again, and this time click the Display tab. There are a number of settings on this menu, but I wanted to call out 2 in particular: Breadcrumbs and History. Both of these settings allow your agents to see where they've been in their tree. The main difference is how they are displayed and the type of information displayed. Both of these settings allow your agents to see the steps they've taken in the workflow. The main difference is how those steps are displayed and the type of information displayed. Breadcrumbs is the more basic of the two. It will display the titles of all the nodes an agent uses in a session, and it's displayed at the top of the tree. Clicking any of the previous steps will take you back to that step in the workflow. History will show all the questions, if applicable, and action buttons clicked during the session. They're displayed in a drop-down menu at the top of the tree. Clicking the green arrow next to any of the steps will take you back to that step in the workflow. Agent feedback is another useful tool you might want to use. When you enable it, an orange button appears at the bottom of the workflow. When that button's clicked, agents can give you process improvement feedback, and that feedback is attached to that step in your workflow. Any new feedback will appear as a blue comment bubble on the My Trees page or as a red comment bubble on the node itself. Clicking the comment bubble will allow you to see what your agents had to say. You can also include an email address when setting this up to have feedback emailed directly to the person responsible for managing the trees. Pro tip: we recommend giving your agents some guidance on how to submit feedback. If you don't, you may find yourself with submissions like "doesn't work," which really isn't helpful in diagnosing a problem with the workflow. You'll also find more engagement from your agents if you acknowledge that they've submitted feedback and make any needed changes quickly. Okay, this wraps up our basic series. You now have everything you need to start building your workflows. If you still have questions, our Help Center has loads of articles designed to help you be successful with Zingtree. Even if you don't have questions, I recommend you take a look at our Help Center content. You may find new ways to use Zingtree. Happy building.